joining us on Final Drive TV. We are at round 4 and 5 of the United States Touring Car Championship. My name is Becky, and joining me today is Nikki.
It's great to be here. Not only is it a doubleheader here at Buttonwillow Raceway, but our drivers are also doing 2 different configurations this weekend.
That's right. Today, clockwise. Tomorrow, counterclockwise. Driver strategy, car maintenance, key points this weekend.
Speaking of points, as our season's coming to a close, so is our points championship. So making both races is vital for our drivers in the running for the championship.
Let's go talk to those drivers.
So Pete Bovenberg, how was qualifying today?
You know, very hot out here, but we made a bunch of adjustments on the car this morning and dropped 3 seconds off our time, and so now we're on the pole. So we're real happy about that. The guys did a great job, and we're thankful to be here at the track and have the opportunity to race and show the fans what a great show we put on. So yeah, we'll have a great show this afternoon. A race in about 2 hours, so we'll be looking forward to it.
Good luck. So Chris Alliegro, how was qualifying today?
Oh, it felt pretty good. A lot of fun, a little warm, but car felt great, and I got to get my cool suit working, but that's probably my biggest challenge right now.
All right, well, good luck. So Daniel Rose, how was qualifying today?
Well, trying to shake some cobwebs out, but it's nice to be back in the car.
All right, well, good luck. So Edgar, how was qualifying today?
Very hot. Track was pretty open. There's not a lot of traffic, so that's good. But you know, I think the times between us and second place, or I don't know where I'm at actually, but you know, from our competitors is pretty close. So we'll hope for the best for the race.
All right, well, good luck. So Joshua Lion, how was qualifying today?
It went well. I think the session was cut a little short because of an on-track incident earlier. But, you know, this is our first time using slicks, so I think for the first time it went really well.
All right, well, good luck.
Thank you.
So Larry Banny, how was qualifying today?
JB Autoworks BMW M3 ran flawlessly. She was on rails. This car is so good, I could kiss her.
All right, well, good luck.
Thank you very much.
So Reto Baumann, how was qualifying today?
I think qualifying went reasonably well. I think we're 2 to 3 tenths off the pole, so it's going to be a very close race, and I'm looking forward to that competition. It's going to be a nice race, a nice race.
All right, well, good luck.
Thank you.
Welcome everyone to the U.S. Touring Car Championship for 2020. This is round 4 being held at Buttonwillow Raceway in Central California. I'm Frank Townsend, and joined with me by
Nick Babbins. Thanks for having me.
Let's take a look at the grid brought to you by ATP, the official supplier of digital media for U.S. Touring Car. Thanks for being here, Nick. We've got a great group of racers here that are competing with us this event weekend.
And let's take a look at that starting grid.
Thanks, Ed. First up on pole is Edgar Lau in the MCS Summit Tech BMW M3. Alongside of him is his teammate, Chris Alliegro, in the Intellectual Ventures Ford Mustang.
And as we take a look at row 2, we have the number 53 of Reto Baumann, who is in a VW Jetta sponsored by West Coast Ravenol. And then we have Rob Harper outside of him in AP Racing BC Ford BMW 325i.
On row number 3 is Gary Trudeau in the Red Panther Motorsports Hyundai Genesis. He's on the inside, and on the outside of row 3 is Larry Banny in the Go-Go Gear Koenig Wheels BMW M3.
And then as we take a look at row number 4 on the inside, we have Ali Arsham, the GoGoGear.com Koenig Wheels Hyundai Genesis. Outside of him will be the number 24 of Joshua Lion and the Lion Raisins BMW 330i. Be looking out for this row to be good today.
Oh yeah. Moving on to row number 5. On row 5 on the inside, we've got Daniel Rose in the Rose Construction BMW M3, another team member from guys up on the front row. On the outside of row 5 is Pete Bovenberg in the MBO Motorsports Roto Wheels Honda Civic.
In row number 6 on the inside, we have Reza Arsham in that number 30 GoGoGear.com Koenig Wheels Honda Civic. And then to the outside of him will be the number 36 of Michael McColligan in the Rebessis Idemitsu Mazda RX-8.
Good field so far, and we're now moving on to row number 7. On the inside is Alfred Macugay in the Walker Telecommunications Honda Civic, one of the several Hondas we have in the crowd. On the outside, Sean Milburn in the Bay Area Drafting Acura RSX, a different version of the Honda.
You're right, there are quite a few Hondas out here today. Row number 8 on the inside is Brad Austin in the number 44 TNI Racing Mazda MX-5 Miata. And then to the outside of him will be the number 31 of Gary Sheehan in the GoGear.com Koenig Wheels Hyundai Genesis. Very surprising to see him that far back.
Yeah, Gary's usually further up front, but he had some trouble in qualifying that put him at the back.
So it looks like we're starting to line up to the grid here. Drivers starting to get their tires nice and warm, getting ready to get a good launch off the starting line.
Yeah, this is a view from the back. As you can see, the group's rolling up for the standing start. That is a crowd favorite for this series that we have that everybody seems to enjoy. Before we get to that, though, let's take a lap around the track at speed to see where these drivers are going to be enjoying their day. We're in the Larry Banney car, heading down the front straightaway, just past start finish, heading into turn 1, which is a sweeping left-hand corner, a bit on the brakes and then back on it hard. And then this leads into a fairly tight section of the track, which is a quick left and then a slow right here, tight on the apex, let it wind out, get back on the gas, roll out through a lot of the flat sections here at Buttonwillow. We've got a slight elevation change going up and to the right here. It'll be quick to the right and then very quick to the left. And again, another quick right, which then opens up heading towards the back straightaway. Again, a slight right. And you can see we get this turn. This track has a lot of turns in it. This is the bus stop chicane, which is opposite the front straightaway. A quick right left, a bit of a straight, and then a left and a right here, continuing on to the rest of the back straightaway. This will be leading up to another of the somewhat artificial elevation changes we have here, a little slight hill coming up right here on the left, and then you can see the hill up above there, and then a blind crest up and over here, hit the apex, and then let the car go out to the berm there on the left, and then again to the right. As we have these slight left-right curves here, it leads down to this somewhat tight apex corner, which most of the drivers will stay out wide and then take a late apex here, back through this series of S's, heading back towards the front straightaway. You can see a left, right, and again, and then leading up to the final left-hand corner, which leads on to the front straightaway. Late apex here, let it wind out, and that finishes a hot lap of Buttonwillow Raceway. Back here to start finish.
And a very fun track this is, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
And now we see the cars all staged, the green flag is up, and when it drops they go, and away they go.
Oh, we had a great start by a lot of drivers, nobody really stumbling. You see a bundle of cars there at the front of both sections, both the lead pack as well as back in the Sportsman group.
And it looks like that's the BMW of Rob Harper getting underneath of Chris Alliegro there for the second position on track.
Looks like Edgar Lau is leading. We're looking back from Edgar's car to his teammate's Mustang. This is the tight corner right after the first corner.
lot of congestion here.
Reto Baumann's car right there on the left-hand side. Here are the top 3 as they head into the tight section. Edgar Lau, Rob Harper, Chris Alliegro. That's our top 3 so far.
And now the big question will be, can Rob Harper catch Edgar Lau? Will he be able to get there?
That's a good question. You can see a lot of... we got actually a very good battle going on for the top overall spot between Edgar Lau.
And it looks like he's diving to the inside, and he does get by. That's Rob Harper getting by. And we have
a new leader. We got a new leader. Great job by Rob diving inside there, making a clean pass.
And then back here, and that's, whoa, Larry Bonney is off.
Yeah, they allowed the other car to get by there pretty cleanly.
It looks like that was Baumann getting by there.
Yeah. All right, our top 3 as we've seen before.
And actually, let's take a look at the start again, because that was a really big move there by Harper to get underneath of Alliegro. And here we are on board Edgar Lau, starting from the pole.
And he gets a good launch. You don't see anybody next to him on the right side, but just barely creeping into the view there. This is looking back.
And you can see Baumann there got
3 abreast. Wow, that was pretty crazy. Yeah, we didn't notice that earlier, but it definitely shows.
Shift.
Yeah, Reto drops back there from the start with his front-wheel drive car. Another view from slightly further back. Oh yeah, Reto is.
And on all 4 wheels on the dirt.
Oh, they're still side by side. Oh, no wonder.
A lot of action.
A lot of action.
You see Daniel Rose to the right side of this car.
Another view from further in the back, in the pack.
He's on board with Milburn.
We can see the MX-5 of Brad Austin there on the right-hand side. They're pulling pretty evenly up until turn 1 there.
You can see all the dirt from in front flying.
Makes the view challenging going forward. You just have to hope and pray.
On board with Austin, we got a good start, but that Mazda just doesn't have the legs
to
be able to...
It handles very well, but it doesn't have the horsepower grunt to get off the line. But you can see it allowed him a good run to the front straightaway with nobody impeding him in front of him. You see Milburn got through turn 1 pretty cleanly.
And Sheehan, who's starting at the back, who gets to be behind all this mess when normally he's not used
he
to
might
that.
be hanging back, playing the smart man, and letting all the trouble sort out in front of him.
And really, that is Gary's experience.
Yeah. He's got plenty of race to get up to the front of the pack.
Yeah, he's raced everywhere. He's raced in Europe. He's a multiple-time champion of the USTCC.
Welcome back to the 4th round of the U.S. Touring Car Championship at Buttonwillow Raceway. We're on board with Sean Milburn in the Acura. He's back on the pack there. You can see this whole gaggle of cars here.
That gaggle is almost entirely SP cars.
Yeah, this is always a very tight class, as you can see.
And it looks like he has Michael McColligan in front of him. And if you're wondering where your favorite driver is running, just look at the left-hand side of the screen. That is what that ticker is for.
Yeah. And you can see the mixture of classes that we have running too with the different color bands. Let's see. Looks like Pete Bovenberg's catching up to one of the higher class cars there. One of the Genesis, I think it was.
I believe that's Arsham.
Didn't quite catch the number there. So Pete Bovenberg's in that blue car, and then Reza Arsham's in the black Civic that was right behind him.
And we can see Gary Sheehan is still at the back of the pack.
Yeah, I think he's biding his time getting through these Sportsman cars that we're seeing in front of him from this in-car shot right here.
That is kind of a difficult part with such a flowing track like this one, is finding a good place to pass. There aren't a whole lot of braking zones.
That's very true. These drivers need to work together to not slow either one of them down, but you have to let the faster driver through the slower cars. And it's not that there are slower cars because of the slower drivers, it's just that we have different classes running out here. So Gary's in one of the higher, faster classes, and he's trying to get through from the back of the grid to the front. This is a view from, I believe, the back straightaway. It's Chris Alliegro in the very beautifully prepared Ford Mustang.
That's a very nice car.
Yes, indeed. Rob Harper in the equally wonderful BMW out front at this point from that early pass he made, followed by Edgar Lau.
Yeah, third to first in the first half lap. Very good start.
Yeah, and he's holding that pretty steady for now, but this is a battle that we may watch for the rest of the race. Chris is holding steady there in third, just kind of watching out for those front two guys and seeing where he's got an opportunity to catch up and make a move potentially.
And that's kind of the thing about being in a position like this where you're not necessarily faster than the cars in front. You just have to try to stay as close as you can just in case you need to take advantage of someone's mistake.
Yep, keep the pressure on, see if you can force a mistake, wait for one to happen, and then be there ready to take advantage of it if it happens.
Yeah, in order to be lucky, you first have to be there.
That's correct. All of our top three drivers here are extremely experienced in that regard and many others, as well as a number of other drivers in the back of the pack that are not here in the top three that we're focused on at the moment.
And now here we have a look at the front of the TC battle with Gary Trudeau.
Yeah, Gary's doing a wonderful job. He's a rookie in the series this year, but he's proven himself to be very quick early on.
Yeah, that beautifully prepared Hyundai Genesis in front of us.
Yeah, he's got his that he's running this year for the first time coming out and joining us. And we've got two other yellow ones that are in the pack as well.
That really seems to be a popular car in the TC class.
It's proven itself very well, both in terms of performance and reliability.
As we're on board here with Ollie Arsham, trying to chase down Gary.
In one of those other Hyundai Genesis cars. This is a view of that pack that we were just talking about. That's the BMW, the yellow one, with Gary following it.
And that yellow BMW is driven by Larry Bonney, the one that we saw all four wheels off
earlier on. Yeah. But he's seems to be recovered and doing quite well. Although it looks like Gary's moving up to pressure him pretty good here. He's closing the gap on Larry. Yeah, definitely you can see those two cars, the distance between them getting much shorter. Ollie Arsham in the second yellow car and screen there behind Gary. So Gary here we're looking at is in the Hyundai Genesis. Oh, but now it looks like Ollie's closed up on him quickly.
It almost looks like Larry may be the cork in the bottle here. I mean, even though he's kind of gotten away now, so it may...
Yeah, kind of accordions. It opens up and then it closes back up, so just depending on how each driver is doing, it looks like. Yeah, Ollie Arsham's definitely closed up, and it looks like he's making a move, or at least attempting one here.
He's looking.
On the inside of Gary into the hairpin at the end of the back straightaway. Definitely side by side, and he's made the move.
Yeah.
Looks like he's cleared him. Yeah, you can definitely see Gary in the... Oh, what's this all over the place now? He's got a little bit out of control there.
A little bit of
back under control. Yeah. Definitely still in front. So they pull onto the front straightaway with Ollie Arsham and Gary Trudeau in first and second place. And Pete Bovenberg, who I believe at this point is first in Sportsman class, has caught those guys in the higher class and is now closing the gap on them.
You know, I'm starting to wonder if there's some kind of issue with Gary Sheehan's car.
That's very possible, because he was comfortably out front with a gap, and then Ollie closed up and was able to get back in that hairpin back there.
And we see Gary Sheehan here still behind all the SPs.
All those Sportsman cars, but he's finally making his move. I think he's got his car up to speed, and he's finally deciding to make his way through the back of the pack there through these Sportsman cars. And as you mentioned before, Nick, this is a tight battle among the Sportsman drivers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's always a tight battle between the Sportsmen.
Looks like we're back in the Sportsman class again. Although this is Gary still making his way through. We can tell a 31 car. Yeah, Gary's making his move on Milburn there.
Diving up the inside, got some dirt. Everything's fine. I think we're going to go to commercial.
It's multi-process, so you can do MIG, TIG, or stick, and it's AC/DC, so you can do aluminum. I pulled it out of the box and was welding within minutes, really.
It will do everything I need to do in my home garage. It will MIG weld, it will TIG weld, it will stick weld, stainless, aluminum, everything. Best of all, it will run off 120 or 240 power. The auto set mode is a lifesaver. All you do is you push that, pick your material thickness, and if you watch, it's gonna adjust the power output.
It's so smooth, how smooth it welded and what ease it welded, the heat, the way it dispersed the heat. It almost felt like it did it by itself.
I would recommend this to anybody looking for a really good machine to do everything right out of their shop.
And welcome back to the Buttonwillow Raceway in Buttonwillow, California, as we're on board with Brad Austin in the Mazda MX-5.
Yeah, Brad's fairly new to the joining the U.S. Touring Car session, but he's doing quite well. Looking at the back straightaway here with the current class listings on the left there. Oh, you can see the dust. This track is well known for people kicking off dust from dropping wheels off track.
That can really mess with your vision.
Oh yeah, definitely.
As we look at our overall leader, Rob Harper.
Yeah, these three still look like they're running in a similar order. Although I guarantee you nobody's letting up. Nobody's relaxing here. They're all pushing it their hardest.
Absolutely, because like we mentioned earlier, any mistake from someone in front of you and you can capitalize as long as you stay with them.
Yep, you can see Edgar Lau following there in the black BMW, waiting for his opportunity. Here we look at Chris Alliegro in that beautiful Ford Mustang.
I was just about to say the exact same thing. It is a wonderful looking car.
It looks like Edgar's closing the gap. You see these three were pretty equally spaced out, but now Edgar's closing up on the tail of Rob, while Chris is staying at about the same spot. Here we are on board with Chris. You can see those other two up ahead.
And so now for Edgar, as he catches Rob, it'll be a question of when to make the move.
That's right.
And right now he's probably sizing him up, and probably has been ever since he was passed, to figure out where his car is stronger than Rob Harper's.
That's exactly right. He's determining where to make his move, what's the best opportunity. Pull it onto the front straightaway again here. 1, 2, 3, as we see.
And it looks like Edgar has a limited amount of time. That was the white flag.
White flag. Last lap here. Okay, so they're still running in the same order, and see how this last lap finishes out here.
As we see Reto Baumann.
Reto Baumann, yeah, in that beautiful Jetta.
And that's Larry Biney.
In his yellow BMW. He's been running fairly strong all day. His number 34 car. Looks like we're zooming in on him and coming onto the front straightaway. He's taking the white flag along with the rest of the drivers that are coming across the start-finish line. So this is our top three here.
And they're all back together.
They're all tightened up. This is going to be exciting coming to the finish here. You can see it they're traveling at a high rate of speed, and there's only a few car lengths between them.
And that's the fun about racing. You get to be so close to everybody, pushing as hard as you can.
Oh, Chris is even closing up on Edgar now. I thought Edgar would have a shot at Rob. He was so much closer earlier, but has dropped back now.
Yeah, and Chris has done a really good job to catch up to Edgar.
Yeah. Those two are teammates, by the way, on the ARG team. Oh, Edgar's making a move on the outside of
Will he
Rob
be able to make it stick?
on the tight corner here. He's hanging there. Not a lot of overlap. No, he's dropped back behind now, but he's right on his bumper. A spin from Chris Alliegro on the last lap there, trying to pressure the top two. As Rob Harper takes the checkered flag for the overall win. He also won first in GT class. Second in GT was Chris Alliegro, followed by Larry Manning.
And then in the ST class, we had the winner in second overall, Edgar Lau, followed by Reto Baumann, and then Daniel Rose.
Finishing first in TC class was Ali Arsham. Second in TC was Gary Trudeau. Third in TC was Joshua Lion.
And finally, rounding out the field was SP with Pete Bovenberg winning, Reza Arsham in second, and Michael McColligan in third. And everybody remember to follow us on Facebook and Twitter.